It had been 5 years since Daniel's death. But every night, without fail, his mother still called his number. Not expecting an answer, just to hear his voice. The line would ring twice, then play the same message. "Hey, it's Daniel. Can't come to the phone right now. Leave a message." She never left a message. Just hearing him speak, even as a recording, helped her sleep. But that night, something was different. The call didn't go to voicemail. There was silence. Then, a voice. "Mom." Her breath caught. It was Daniel's voice. Not a recording. Not a memory. "Daniel," she whispered. He spoke again, soft, almost childlike. "See you soon." The line went dead. She sat frozen, phone in hand, her heart pounding in her ears. Sleep never came that night. The next morning, she rushed to the cemetery. His grave looked untouched. Flowers she left a week ago were still wilting in place. The stone was cold and solid. She demanded the grave be opened. The groundskeeper refused. She screamed, pleaded, begged the police. But all they saw was a grieving mother, spiraling. The next night, she did what she swore she wouldn't do again. She dialed the number. This time, the voice answered on the first ring. "Mom, you have to visit him." No hello. No explanation. Just Daniel's voice, calm, clear. "Who?" she asked. "Eli. He needs to hear it." Her mind raced. Eli was one of Daniel's oldest friends. The quiet one who never came to Daniel's funeral. She hadn't spoken to him in 5 years. "Daniel, what is this?" But the line had already gone dead. The next morning, she found Eli's address. She stood outside his apartment door for 20 minutes before knocking. He opened the door just wide enough to see her face. "I'm sorry to bother you," she said. I need to talk." Eli's eyes were tired. His voice was thin. "I can't do this," he whispered. He shut the door before she could say another word. That night, she called the number again. "He won't talk to me," she said into the phone. Daniel's voice came back, "Tell him I forgive him." There was silence after that. Eli was shocked, broke into tears. She hadn't planned to call again. But the line between closure and compulsion had long since blurred. That night, her hands trembled as she dialed. Daniel answered. No delay. No greeting. "Go to the bank," he said. "What?" "Give them this number, 419721. "Daniel, what is this? Where are you?" Silence. Then the line clicked off. She wrote the number down, stared at it for an hour, and told herself it was nothing. Just numbers from a ghost. The next day, she walked into the local branch of a bank she hadn't stepped foot in since Daniel died. She approached the front desk, heart pounding. "I need to speak to a manager," she said. "It's about an account." The manager, a polite man in his 40s, took the slip of paper and stepped into the back room. He was gone longer than expected. When he returned, his face had changed. "Ma'am," he said, "this account has a balance of $768,000. Her breath left her body. "And you are listed as the sole beneficiary." "Who opened it?" she asked. "Daniel. 2 years before his death." She stood frozen. Days passed before she called again. Not out of fear, but because part of her was beginning to believe this was real. That Daniel wasn't gone and would show up one day if she did not call. No one came. When she finally dialed, the phone rang once. "Pack your things," Daniel's voice said. "Why?" she whispered. "There's a house, I'll meet you there." "Daniel, is this still you?" But the line disconnected. She stared at the address scribbled on the notepad. A city she had never visited. It didn't make sense. It couldn't. But she packed anyway, as if something in her bones understood what her mind refused to believe. On the drive, the silence was deafening. No music. No phone calls. Just the endless stretch of road and the memory of his voice. She stopped only for gas, barely ate. The farther she got from home, the more she questioned her sanity. Was someone playing with her grief? But why the bank? Why the friend? Why the exact voice she knew better than her own? On the second night, as she rested in a motel off the highway, puzzled thinking of going back, her phone buzzed. Daniel calling. Just one message, "You're almost there. Keep going." She didn't sleep that night. The next morning, she started the final stretch of the drive. Not knowing what she would find. Or who would be waiting. Two days of travel. Endless hours of doubt. And now, she was here. She turned onto a quiet road lined with tall trees. Morning light spilled across the cracked pavement as the houses came into view. 102, 103. 110. She is there. Large. Peaceful. A white fence wrapped around the lawn like an old memory. Is this it? She nodded to herself. 4 children were playing in the yard. Laughing. A boy chased a soccer ball across the grass. His hair, dark and unruly, just like Daniel's at that age. The door opened. A woman's voice called out from inside, "Daniel. Daniel, come in a moment." The boy turned. "Coming, Mom," he shouted. Her heart stopped. Standing by the fence. Just as the boy ran into the house, he turned to her and smiled and then ran into the house. She stood there for what felt like hours. Not moving. Not breathing. She looked back one last time. The house. The children. The voice. It wasn't her Daniel. But somehow, it was. She heard a whisper. "Thank you, Mom, you can let go now." She smiled and then cried. And for the first time in 5 years. She did.